Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be quickly going over some of the best ways to grind gold and for each stage of the game pretty much. So beginning, middle, and late game. I can't really show you late game because I'm still really not that good at this game, but uh, for now I'll quickly show you how I grind, which you just saw. 16k, I do Shibuya train station on hard mode. So the team that I recommend using is a Blackbeard. If you have a Todoroki, I'd recommend using a Todoroki, having a Whitebeard, and then I use Boros, but honestly I would replace him with Todoroki, and then having any starter Divine, and then someone just to do some damage. These are all really not very good units. The only one that's actually, and they're pretty easy to get, the only ones that you really can't get anymore is Lord Boros, and uh, Lord Boros is the only one you can't get anymore, I think, unless you trade, and Miriam's just a little more difficult to get. But for early stages, just find the hardest map you can do on hard, and do it on hard mode. I know a pretty common one to do is space, because then this gets two paths and it just gets more complicated. But space is really easy, so that's the early game grinding method. Do hard mode on space. For that one, you really only need some legendaries and some maybe a mythic. Just some good legendaries will get you there, though. Uh, I'll see. Not what I'm gonna do. I'll show you. I think they get like 60k maybe. Yeah, she could do this. If you just get a decent mythic and a decent legendary, you could probably do it. Um, and if you're wondering fastest ways to get stuff like that, just do the gold grinding methods I'm showing you, and then uh, just use codes and summon. Another way, gems aren't too hard to come by, so you can, for the early game, you can get some early legendaries and mythics if you really need them. I recommend saving your gems for later on when you need divines and ultimates, or for trading. But that's how you do early game. I recommend space. It's one of the more common ones to grind, and it's the last single path. And then once you get to having to do single paths later on, they do go back to being single path. I recommend Shibuya train station because it has a good crate and it's fairly easy to do on hard. If you can, this is a little more late game, Chamber of Agony. Uh, I believe this crate can drop Arima or whatever his name is, and he is really, really good if you can get him upgraded, or even if you could get him shiny. But I'll show you how I do it with these units. Again, a lot of these are interchangeable, especially if you have Drago. So just start with a decently low SPA and decent damage. Divine, and then you're gonna want to place either a Todoroki or a Blackbeard. I usually use Blackbeard just for everything because he's good. And then you're gonna want to place a damaging Divine or Ultimate. You don't really need farms unless you have super expensive units. I mean, even Miriam's pretty expensive, but you can do it without a farm. Um, it usually takes me about 7 minutes to do this, and I get 16k. 7 to 8 minutes to do this, and you get a decent chunk of coins. Um, but just place down damage, get it maxed out. Or for now, I'm only gonna get 3 upgrades to 3-star on Miriam. Then I'm gonna max out my Blackbeard, just for some extra AOE. I think he gets extra AOE. I might be wrong about that, but whatever. And then after we max out our Blackbeard, we'll go back to upgrading Miriam. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. It's been forever since I've watched Hunter x Hunter, but after you max out your main damage, which for me right now is going to be Miriam, even though I actually have better damage because of uh, her hidden, I guess it's kind of hidden ability, where she does 4 times the displayed damage on her later upgrades. But once you max out someone like Miriam, you're going to want to place both your Blackbeards, max them out, and then place another damage unit if you have it, or use Dragos and stuff. I don't have Red Drago, can't get him for like anywhere. No one seems to have extra Dragos they're willing to trade. And every time he comes on banner, either I just use my Godly Pity, or I don't have any coins on me. So I never get him, but hopefully we can get him soon because that'll make this so much easier. But if we can't, that's fine. So max out another damage unit or start using Dragos to boost your other damage units, and just keep on maxing out your units in order of however you want to. It really doesn't matter. These early uh, waves are pretty easy, so you can just kind of max out whoever you want after you max out your damage unit. So it may look like this unit gets worse here, but she actually does get better because she does, like I said, 4 times the displayed damage. Um, her SPA does go up, so her DPS kind of hovers around the same area until you max her. But she's a pretty good unit, not a bad starter, just a little expensive for some people because I'm pretty sure the cash you start with goes based off of your level. So if you're not a high level, she might not be very easy to place. But and then you get your white beard. To be honest, the only traits that really matter in this are having, uh, I mean, even both of these units being majestic doesn't change much. He gains like 40,000 damage. He does gain like 200k though, but I did also go from discounted to majestic, so that's a bit of a bigger jump. So to be honest, if you just have one damage unit and then bring the red Drago, you'll be fine. Because he does so much help. I think he triples damage, if I'm not mistaken. And then just spam Whitebeard. Once you start to struggle, start using Blue Drago or just keep on using Red Drago whenever you can. But this is how I grind gold. It's fairly easy to do. You just need a couple of decent damaging units and then Dragos. Honestly, you really only need one decent damage unit and then Dragos, but uh, I like to use my ultimate. Sadly, Miriam's the only ultimate I have right now. Very unlucky, and I haven't played in a very long time. But I mean, I just got him super randomly. I came back to the game after like I don't even know how long it's been. It's been months probably since I played this game, and I do I think like 10,000 coins, and I get him out of nowhere. But pretty happy about that. He's not a bad unit. I kind of wish he was shiny, because then he'd actually be really, really good. I have a bunch of the uh, grimoires, I think they're called. I'd have to double check, but I don't have any shiny units that are worth using them on. I didn't get Broly or anything. I haven't gotten uh, uh, Divine Mythic or Divine Shiny. I haven't gotten a Shiny Ultimate or anything. Um, so I don't really have too much good units. But using this, you guys should be able to get some good units. You should be able to get Dragos. That'll make this even faster. I think if I had Dragos, I could probably do this under 7 minutes. All the Dragos, not just Blue Drago. So I don't know what the other Dragos do. I think red buffs damage, blue debuffs enemies. What does gold do? Is it range? Range would actually be pretty nice. So yeah, if you just use Dragos, this gets really easy. Especially if you have better units than me. But honestly, if you have good enough units, do Chamber of Agony, because then you can get the crate drops. And this crate isn't bad. It's got some decent units in it. It's just getting enough of the crates to get the really good units is a little bit difficult. But as you can see, it's not too difficult, especially considering I'm doing a third of what I could be doing with Rage Drago. So most people, uh, most divines, sorry, can solo this with Rage Drago and Blue Drago. Blue Drago just, the daze is really, really good. For some reason, if you do want to get 2x gold, I have no idea how. It's not in the store, and when I went to the passes and gear page on the main page of the game, I didn't see it anywhere. So if I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to get the 2 times gold game pass if you want it. So don't ask me about that. I have no idea how to get it. It's a complete mystery of me. So if you do want to spend money on this game, I have no idea where you can do that other than buying gems. So, but really, you don't have to spend too much money on this game. It's just pretty helpful later on. Okay, so I can get 8 minutes pretty easily. So this 16k would be 32k, but I don't know how to get the 2x gold. So if you know how to do that, let people know in the comments. I can't really tell anyone because I don't know how. I know some people like to spend money on games, but another thing, if you're trying to get better units, save up your gems, because I'm pretty sure some ultimates will go for less than 4,800 gems on values. Let me check Discord really quick. I know they have a value list part on Discord. Uh, yeah, here it is. So I'll just go like that. So so here's a bunch of the what's it called? Values. Let me try to find. Here's like RMA values. I don't know what the R means. I'm kind of confused. But he goes for 7,000 gems. So save up your gems, and he's really overpowered. Or sell some of these, because they're not too hard to get. I think Ichigo Mask is really easy to get. Oh, that's Arcane. Never mind. Hold on. I was looking at Arcane. Ultimate. He's a lot cheaper. I recommend just buying the ultimate versions. They're cheaper and they're still good. I still don't know what like the S and M and R means, but this is a very good way to get all of your values, trading stuff. If you just go to the Discord server, they have a value list, they have tier lists, they have pretty much everything you need in the Discord server. So I recommend using Discord server. You can also get carries. They have, where is it? Uh, Grinding. If you just look at that, you'll see people, uh, um, like a bunch of people just showing like they put in private server links, and then you can grind for gold for like hours and stuff with a bunch of people. But that's really gonna be it. I'm sorry I can't do the late game, but like I said, Chamber of Agony, and I know this actually gives like 25k, I think, or 50k or something like that. But that is really difficult to do. So if you can do that, do it. If you can't, obviously don't do it. Holy crap, this guy is insane. Arcane? Arcane Rudius is really good. Too bad it's not shiny. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Sorry I couldn't do too much. Good luck in grinding, and hope you enjoyed the video.